So look, football season is finally back. We know we haven't posted in a while, but now we can talk about who sucked and who actually surprised us this week. So let's go. Okay. So for my first week one winner, someone that I'm actually very happy to see win, I have Saquon Barkley. And I have this because one, he had a great bounce back game after all the stuff, people said he was washed last year. Proved everyone wrong. He saved Brian Dable, who had a horrible call to end the game. He had a game-winning 2-point conversion off that terrible call. He had 164 yards on 18 attempts and a touchdown, and that's the most rushing yards he's had since 2019. So yeah, Saquon Barkley, he's back. That's my first winner.
My first winner is the Minnesota Vikings, who completely outcoached and outmatched the Green Bay Packers in week one. Similar to how the Saints kind of dominated the Packers in week one, Justin Jefferson looked like the second best receiver in football. And I mean, the Vikings defense looked much improved from last year. Zadarius Smith dominated the Packers O-line. It was insane. And the Packers' leading receiver was A.J. Dillon, a 250-pound bowling ball. He's basically a fullback, and that was their leading receiver.
And so, look, for my first loser, I had the Patriots. Now, the Patriots, they only put up 7 points. They lost 7-20 to the Dolphins. Mac Jones was garbage. Like, the stat sheet will show you that he probably played decent, typical Mac Jones game. But the amount of checkdowns he missed and easy passes that he missed, terrible reads, all that, no, that's not going to cut it for the Patriots, and it's going to end up hurting them in the long run. They could not. They actually ended up getting good drives and putting together 40-yard, 50-yard drives, but somehow they would always mess up on third and fourth down and just not finish the drive. That's why they only end up with 7 points. And Bill Belichick kind of got outcoached by Mike McDaniel. And when Bill Belichick's getting outcoached by a first-time head coach, that's definitely not a good thing. And the worst thing of it all is Bill Belichick is 0-4 against Tua. And if you're 0-4 against Tua, you're probably not doing something right. So, yeah, that's my first loser that I had.
My first loser of the week was the Dallas Cowboys, they were the only team of the week to not score a touchdown. I still don't believe in Mike McCarthy. As a Packers fan, he was horrific for the Packers. I don't care if he won a Super Bowl. And if Dak's out for more than 4 weeks, the season's pretty much over. I think in these next 4 games, they play the Bengals, the Giants, the Commanders, and the Rams. And best case scenario there is 2-2 with Cooper Rush. But realistically, I think they go 1-3. Maybe they beat the Giants if Saquon gets injured like he usually does. CeeDee Lamb didn't look like a number one receiver. He had 2 catches for 12 yards. Like, he had drop issues. He wasn't really getting open. And if CeeDee Lamb's not going to play up to that level and be the number one receiver for Cooper Rush, I don't see how this team wins in these next 4 without Dak. And it could be worse than that realistically. That was like Jerry Jones coming out in the media, and you know how Jerry Jones is. My second winner of the week was Patrick Mahomes. They dominated the Cardinals. He had 5 touchdown passes. I know the Cardinals defense isn't good, but when you lose arguably the most explosive player in football at receiver, you expect some drop off from your offense, but there was no drop off. They put up 44 points and he had 5 touchdowns and he only threw 9 incompletions. When you look at Patrick Mahomes, I don't see how you don't look at him as the best quarterback in football. He lost Tyreek Hill. Travis Kelce was the number one receiver. Juju Smith-Schuster looked how he is. He had 6 catches, 79 yards. He was big and physical. The Chiefs offense didn't have the drop off that was expected, and I think that's due to Patrick Mahomes being the best quarterback in football. God damn, Juju fumbled twice.
Well, for my week one loser, my final loser, I had the 2021 rookie QB draft. So, out of all the quarterbacks, only Justin Fields won, and Justin Fields had a sloppy game. It wasn't anything crazy. Not a single quarterback looked like they've had any type of development that they are going to need to succeed, especially as a sophomore QB. None of them looked like they're ready to be starting quarterbacks in this league, winning records. They all look sloppy. Trevor Lawrence played horrible. Trey Lance played even more horrible. And Davis Mills, he was Davis Mills. But yeah, the 2021 QB draft could end up being a bunch of disappointments if they continue to play like they have the last 2 years. And Mac Jones, I also want to add that in. Mac Jones just looked sloppy, like I said earlier. So yeah, the whole 2021 QB draft all looked sloppy this whole game.